Steelers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Minnesota Vikings and the Washington Commanders. First 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Taking it about the 1. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. This defense for the Vikings, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
On second down and 4, Powell. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And the quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a first down. Powell throwing on first down here. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Za'Darius Smith has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks, setting the tone there, one on the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the theater and saw that horror movie and it stuck with you for a while and you were a little bit jumpy? Well, if you saw 5 sacks the previous week and you're the quarterback, you might be a little jumpy as well. It might throw off his timing.
Yeah, be jumpy, but sorry, Bob and Linda wouldn't let me see a PG movie until I was 17.
Well, that's just good parenting.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Washington. Kareem Hunt, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Commanders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. So already trailing, Charles, they opted to try to take a shot on their first play from scrimmage. Obviously, that one didn't pan out.
Absolutely not. And how about the momentum that's being created now? You score, you take it away, big return. You got a chance to go up 2 touchdowns here early in the game. That'll feel great for their team.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Lewis Seen, and the Vikings are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive.
And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40.
A big play there for Minnesota. 42 yards.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He's going deep for Brown. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
De'Ami Brown,
his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Vikings are an extra point away from drawing level. Joseph connects on the extra point,
and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
First down, Howell to throw.
They'll roll him out right.
Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterback.
And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Kareem Hunt, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders have taken the lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a while. He's got a man complete.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They'll get 34 yards there.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
First down. Here's Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Throwing, Cousins. Oh, it's complete. A diving grab there by Brown. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Fourth down, Cousins. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. They find some open field here. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Cousins now after the fumble recovery. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. And this one is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Howell throwing on third down here. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Sly able to put this one through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And this one will be brought back to the 22. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll go play action. Howell. He's got Akins, the tight end. Touchdown! Jordan Akins from 19 yards away. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
A first down throw for Cousins. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. Play action now. Cousins. Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. From the red zone now, Cousins. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Cousins again. And it's caught. Touchdown, Vikings. De'Ami Brown with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now 1st and 10 here for Howell and the Commanders at their 25-yard line. Faking the handoff, Howell. Oh, Del Beckham Jr. with a diving grab. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
I know that rookie quarterbacks have to earn veteran receivers' trust. Maybe we saw that on that play with that type of effort, huh?
Yeah, helping out the rook with a heck of a catch. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the court.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Following the interception, Cousins. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a 1st down. Here's Cousins. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. To throw is Cousins. Man open left side is Brown. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. De'Ami Brown on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half. Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead is down to 2. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a 1st down Washington on a pickup of 18. Off play action. It's Howell. Flush to his right. He completes it to Beckham. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
It's Howe with another throw.
Escaping the pressure right.
And he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Second down, Howe back to pass.
Throw right side into the hands of Akins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
On first down, Howe.
And this is caught at the 8.
The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts
as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Howe now to throw it.
Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player.
He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders.
Jordan Akins, as the first half is winding down.
And the Commanders would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes this a 9-point game.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone.
And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
Flushed out right. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play.
Nwagu now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked. Down officially at the 21. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They go play action. Cousins. Flush to his right. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Off the play fake, Cousins. He's going deep for Brown. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Cousins now from the 50. Quick slant to Brown. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Cousins now. Open man as Thielen is complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. 2nd down and 3. Cousins. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. Touchdown. Dalvin Cook. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Vikings have got it back to within a score. Cousins will try and throw. And this one is caught. So they come up with a 2-point conversion, and that makes this a 1-point game now. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. On the counter, Hunt. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
From the 22, Cousins.
Right back to Cook for another completion. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Eluding the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Cousins to throw it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And he's brought down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Throwing is Cousins. And he's got it. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front. They'll try and throw for it. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. For a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Cousins gives way to Cook, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think you may want to keep them cranking high right here.
Play action, Cousins. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
There's no doubt that he has plenty of heart, but you got to be careful of those receivers that are slight of build. They leave themselves open to some pretty big hits across the middle. That pass, incomplete.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Cousins. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
They'll throw again. Cousins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5, that's a whale of a game. So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a 1-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Howell under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Lewis Seen
in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
3rd and long. Here's Howell.
That's complete to the tight end, Akins. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
Fourth down, Howell, desperation time.
And he finds McLaurin.
And this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington first down. And an exhale there as they convert on 4th. First down, Howell to throw.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
On 2nd down, Cousins again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play fake. Cousins towards the end zone for Brown. And that is incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Cousins. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick.
And the Commanders are right back in this football game.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the...
He's got a man, complete.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it.
They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Howell to the air on 1st and 10.
Flushed out right.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
Picked off by Harrison Smith.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Throwing here, Cousins. He's going deep for Brown. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Powell to throw. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Howell. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. Complete to Akins. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Going for it on 4th. Here's Howell. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Cousins here to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for Minnesota, they run their mark to 6-2 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, for Washington, it's just their 2nd loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to...
I'm playing to win. Back on the wall, I'm ready for war. If I beat them before, I could beat them again. They thought I was done. I went on a run and beat all the odds and got even again. Watch what you say, I'm not one of them. When I jump in my bag, I could jump out this